So I never made it to Hawaii. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, That Chocolate Vegan, with me, Erin Wells, and you read that title correctly. I am doing my first story time on how I spent $1,000 and never made it to Hawaii. Okay, y'all, so get whatever you need because this may or may not be a long story. I don't know. You see the time, I jumped, all right? So as you guys know, I was supposed to go to Hawaii from, let me get the dates, okay? I was headed to Hawaii from April 2nd to April 5th, which is today at the time that I'm recording this video, okay? So I take partial blame for why I did not make my flight to Hawaii, but let me start at the beginning. It was my best friend's birthday, y'all. We had planned this trip for about a month, which in my opinion is not long enough, but we are infamous for planning last minute birthday trips. Well, not me, but my other two friends. They are, ooh, I love y'all in case y'all watching, but ooh, baby, they would decide the day before, I want to go to Jamaica. Stay on the story. So we planned the trip about a month in advance. Everybody got their plane ticket. And then about a week before our plane was to take off, we were like, okay, we got to get our COVID test. We knew that Hawaii requires a negative test to get into the city, Honolulu. We got to make sure that everybody has their negative COVID test in hand because we knew Honolulu requires a negative COVID test in order to actually enjoy the city. Otherwise, you have to quarantine for 10 days, all right? So we all went to, I'm not gonna say the brand, I don't think I'll get sued, but we all went to a drive-through COVID test place, boom, 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 got our results the next day. You had to do it 24 to 72 hours before you took off. So they got theirs on Monday because they left on Thursday, and I got mine on Tuesday because I was leaving on Friday, okay? So, boom, we're ready, negative COVID test in hand. They called me from LAX, which is where their layover was. Let me give my friends a fake name, even though y'all know my friends in real life, but let's call them Ashley and Shayla. So let's say it was Ashley's birthday, right? Just so I can give names to my friends. And then Shayla went with Ashley. So Ashley and Shayla, boom, they called me from LAX and they're like,
girl, turns out where we went was not on Hawaii's approved list. Oh my gosh, we had to pay $125 at LAX to get a rapid test done.
And I'm like, what? Stop. So me, it's Thursday at this point, y'all. My flight takes off the next day. So it's not like I had a week to be like, oh, no problem, I'll go to the approved list. I scan the approved list. They're all over $100. I'm like, oh, okay, Hawaii, you're trying to get this coin. There was no free place on the list except for, I believe, Kaiser Permanente, and I'm not a member, so there was no free place. So I began to scramble and look up the places that are on the Hawaii approved list, and I see that they have CVS there. I'm like, okay, boom, there's a CVS everywhere. As long as they're a drive-through pharmacy service, they have the test. I click on rapid and diagnostic, I think. And now look at locations. Why I clicked on both diagnostic and rapid, I don't know. But long story short on that part, I went to the wrong place. I made the appointment at a place that did not have a rapid, okay? Kept the appointment though, because I was like, maybe, just maybe, the results will come in the next morning. So anyway, boom, swab, leave CVS, head to the airport. I didn't tell you guys that part. The test was that morning. It was at 10 o'clock in the morning. My flight took off at 12:30, y'all. Now, I did get to take the CVS test at like 9:45, a little earlier. So I made it to the airport in plenty of time. I had TSA pre-check, so that wasn't a problem. It was just the fact that everything was like, when are the results gonna be back? I already got the negative results from the one that Hawaii did not accept. Now I need some negative results from the approved list, okay? So, are y'all with me? I know I talk fast. I apologize. So my mom drops me off at the airport. There was no problem getting through security again. I had TSA pre-check. I had plenty of time. And then there was no problem getting on the plane for LA because there's no requirements. So I get to LAX, y'all. It's about 2:30. I had an hour and a half layover, okay? Sorry, rewind. Wow, because I got to the airport in plenty of time in Atlanta, I went ahead and made my appointment the same day for LAX to get a rapid COVID test. So I thought, hopefully I'm gonna try to screen record right here where I went wrong with the LAX rapid test. If not, then I'm pointing right here for no reason. But the website, when you went on the website to get the rapid test, it didn't say rapid. It said laboratory, I believe. I didn't know what that. I am 33, y'all. I am learning with technology, okay? I might as well be 83 because I don't know. So I booked the test that was closest to my terminal. My plane was taken off in Terminal 2, so I booked the test that was in Terminal 2. Not knowing, I thought all of them were rapid because LAX leaves and goes to Honolulu. Glory. So, oh my gosh, I know y'all know where I'm going with this. I land in LAX. I go to Terminal 2 to get my rapid COVID test done, y'all. Nope. She pulls me up and she's like,
all right, great. You're here to do the 24-hour test, 48-hour PCR test.
I'm like, no. I want the rapid test. She's like, we don't. She was so rude, y'all.
We don't have the rapid test. That's at Terminal 6.
I'm like, my plane takes off in an hour. What do you mean? She was like,
we don't do it.
I said, well, how do you get to Terminal 6? She directs me, I think, outside, I believe. And the reason I say I think is because a lot of people directed me the wrong way. I go outside. I don't see anything that says anything about a terminal, okay? So now I'm going back in crying to my mother. I'm on the phone crying because now at this point I am frustrated. This is the third COVID test I've tried to take within a week, okay? And my friends are already in Hawaii waiting on me, okay? And I'm still in LAX not knowing my next move. So I'm crying to my mom. She doesn't know what to do. She's at home. She's in Georgia. I'm in LA. Okay? So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna try to figure it out. Okay, I'll call you back. Like, literally, y'all, I'm crying. Now, thank God I had on my, had on my little shield so no one could see my tears. But baby, okay, so I go back upstairs. LAX terminals are way smaller. I don't know if you guys ever been, but I'm here in Atlanta, so I'm used to a huge airport. So most airports to me are very small. Anyway, I'm boom right back at TSA. I'm asking the assistant lady like, hey, I'm trying to get to Terminal 6. What do I do? She said,
oh, go downstairs to the pink sign.
Okay, so I find a pole with a pink sign. There's a bus route, right? There is an airport worker at the pink sign. I'm like, okay, sir, this is where I go to get to Terminal 6, right? He's like,
oh, Terminal 6? No, this ain't how you know that ain't. I don't know how to get there.
So he's an airport worker, y'all. He got on a green vest or orange vest. I don't remember. The point is, he had on that worker vest. You know what I mean? So I'm like, well, he work here. He know. You know, he's out in these streets. Oh, TSA lady, she inside. She don't know. She did know. Should have listened to her the very first time. So man told me, I don't know. I saw the dude I was on the plane with to LAX, who was my seatmate. Delta, I think at the time of recording, Delta just stopped doing that. But at the time they were still skipping. I'm saying at the time, like it wasn't 3 days ago. They were skipping the middle seat and he was right here. But we ended up like talking on the flight. And so I saw him and I'm like, man, I'm about to miss my flight. I'm looking for Terminal 6. He's like,
Terminal 6? You gotta go inside to Terminal 6.
At this point, y'all, that's 3 different things. Pink sign, I don't know, and go back inside. I'm mad, okay? I'm frustrated. I get frustrated so easy, y'all, and I have very bad anxiety, okay? Terrible anxiety. So now I'm like, I already cried. Emotions, okay? I'm just emotional, all right? So now I go back upstairs to the lady who was TSA, and I'm like, hey, I'm getting a lot of things about Terminal 6 or whatever. Like, can you please tell me, you know, how to get there? She was like,
it's the pink sign. Like, you didn't see the pole with the pink sign?
I'm like, yeah, I did. So I listened to her this time, duh, right? Going back downstairs, at this point, I know Terminal 2 like the back of my hand, okay? So I go back downstairs to where you would, you know, catch an Uber and all that good stuff. Go back to the pink tower. I'm saying pink sign, but there was a pink sign on a tower. This might help somebody. And that's where the bus comes and they just rotate and they take you to different terminals. And I believe they also take you to rental car place. But that's what I did in the future. Not important to the story. So stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. I get on the bus. Only takes about 3 minutes to get to Terminal 6. Good time. At this point, I still have about 45 minutes to make my flight. Still, again, I have TSA pre-check, so it's still very possible. And Terminal 2 is that small. So Get to Terminal 6. It takes me about another 3 minutes to find out how to cross the street because they moved the COVID testing, the rapid ones, from inside to outside. So I'm like, what? Okay, there it is across the street. It's literally a busy street. I'm like, where is the crosswalk? I can't explain to you guys why I couldn't see it. Probably because I was clouded by tears and emotion, okay? So finally found the crosswalk to get across the street. I get there in desperation. I'm like, excuse me, sir. I made an appointment at Terminal 2. That wasn't the right appointment. I was supposed to get a rapid appointment because I got to go to Honolulu. And you know they require a negative test to get to Honolulu. I'm just... He's like, and I saw all the empathy in his eyes. I didn't get your name, sir, but thank you for trying. He was like,
appointment for here is different for appointment for there. We can't guarantee you an appointment just because you made it over there. This is like, that was there, this is now. That might as well have been you made an appointment at Wendy's and this is McDonald's because we ain't got nothing to do with each other.
So I'm like, well, what I need to do? Please tell me what I need to do. My plane leaves off in 40 minutes. Da 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 da. And he's like, go on the website, see if we have any appointments left, and then we can see what we can do. Go on the website, nope, no appointments left. He at this point I'm about to bawl in front of this. I didn't took the shades off. Okay, still had on my mask, of course. Shades are off, eyes red. Sir, what else can I do? Like, y'all. So at this point, I think he goes away and talks to the supervisor. Now this is a segue, but I gotta tell the story because it's not funny, but you know you gotta laugh and keep crying. This beautiful black man came and tried to holler at me. I'm emotional. I didn't chump him off or anything, but I pretty much kind of ignored him. I'm like, I don't even know what he said to me. It was something like, I like your shirt. I think I had on my YouTube, what is YouTube certified chef shirt that I wear everywhere, child, because I like people ask me questions about it. But anyway, he said something like,
your shirt looking like that style.
He was flirting. To me, he might as well say it, right? Cause I am emotional. I can't talk to you, beautiful black man. I'm trying to get on this plane. So I pretty much kind of ignored him, like, yeah. And I'm waiting for the man to come back with my results after he talked to his supervisor. So he comes back with a boo-boo face. I already knew at that point I should have never left Atlanta. Mind you guys, I didn't tell y'all how much this flight cost. I believe it was $850 or something like that. I'll put it right here if I can find it. I believe it was like $857, something like that. Just to get to Hawaii, which I know is a good deal, but I don't care. It's still expensive. I don't care that you paid $1,200 2 years ago. I don't care. $800 something is a stack of change for me, okay? So I paid for this flight. I know Delta is not gonna give a freak about a refund, which we'll get to that as well. So he comes back with a boo-boo face, like,
I'm so sorry, ma'am. There's nothing we can do. I tried to ask my supervisor. There's no more tests available for today, but because we have so many appointments.
And I'm like, all right. So at this point, the beautiful black man has walked back over to where the employees sit. Like, there's an open area just for the employees of the COVID test. Who cares what it's called? Okay, so he's back over there on his phone. I try to walk away slowly because now I'm like, well, I'm stuck in LA, so if you still want to holler at your girl, I'm here. I can wipe my tears off my face. You know, I got makeup in my bag. No, I literally had makeup in my bag for my carry-on. I got makeup in my bag, so if you just want to holler, like, he's like over here, right, y'all? And I'm literally walking away slow, like, ain't no rush now. If you wanna holler at your girl, you can. He ain't look up. I know how it is once you get on your phone. Like, so that was probably my husband in LA, but it's fine. He'll maybe visit Atlanta. We'll meet again at Whole Foods. So I am thoroughly like, there's no way to make this flight. At this point, I had still like 30 minutes to make the flight, but there's no test. What am I getting on the plane for? So I will go ahead and catch the bus back to Terminal 2. Which took forever, by the way. First the bus came quick when I first was going back to the pink sign. This time the bus took 10 minutes. Mind you, y'all, the time is ticking. Time is ticking. By the time the bus came, we made it back to Terminal 2. My plane took off at 3:59. I ain't gonna forget. I got back to Terminal 2 at 3:56. Went back through TSA, only took 1 minute. Terminal 2 is this small. Only took 1 minute. Don't take my shoes off, blah, blah, blah. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling y'all how TSA pre-check work in case nobody knows. So, go back. I walk up to my departing gate at, I believe it was 3:57. I'm like, hey, I just missed this flight. I didn't even ask them, like, is the door still open? No, I already knew. Doors are shut. The plane takes off at 3:59. The doors is shut and secured, okay? They're already doing the whole, make sure you blow into your vest in case we die over water. Stay calm, breathe normally. I know y'all hate that announcement too, because ain't nobody gonna be normal, ever. So anyway, I said, hey, I just missed this flight. What do I do? Like, what's the procedure? And he was like, go over to the help desk and they can help you out, whatever. Go to the help desk. This very nice Asian American woman was like, she looked up my situation, da, 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 da. She said, oh, I can get you on a flight at 6:30 on standby. And I'm like, okay, cool. Now in the back of my mind still, I ain't got no test. Like, thank you, lady. So I go ahead and take my standby ticket and I sat there, you know, sat there and I'm like, if I go to Hawaii, I gotta quarantine. My friends are there, so it's worth it. Or I can go back home and enjoy Easter weekend with my family. And I have an extra day at work, so I took off Monday from work. So I'm like, I'm just weighing my options back and forth. And then I realized Friday, so again, original flight was Friday at 12 noonish, right? I was gonna get to Honolulu at 7 p.m. their time. So I was gonna have Friday afternoon, Saturday, and all of Sunday, and then all of Monday, we were all flying back to Atlanta. So I really thought about it. I said, I really wanna make it in time for what I give her, Ashley's birthday. But Ashley would not be any happier with me having to quarantine for a whole day. I would have to quarantine Friday, obviously, and then possibly, now y'all, I want you to know that I possibly, because our drive-through test we took originally with the negative results for COVID came back the next morning, right? So even though it says 24-48, it could be 12, okay? So I was like, now there's a possibility that I'll get there Friday, quarantine, and I can be out Saturday morning with my friends, okay? But there's also a possibility that I will miss all of Saturday and have to do a 24-hour quarantine and only have 24 hours left in Hawaii after a 15-hour flight in the air. Now, it was broken up 6 layover and then another 6, but still 15 hours of traveling for 24 hours, 30 hours of traveling. Let's be clear, because 15 going, 15 coming back. 30 hours of traveling for 24 hours in Hawaii. Would you do it? I didn't want to do it. I made a decision after about literally 15 minutes of thinking back and forth, like, oh my gosh, I really want to be there for Ashley. I want, like, because mind you, me personally, me, Erin, I don't care about Hawaii. I don't want you guys to think like, oh my gosh, what an ultimate vacation to miss. I don't care. It's not on my bucket list. You know I don't want to see no roasted pig. So I don't want to go to a luau like that. I want to see, like, you know, the dancing, but I don't want to see, I knew there was going to be a roasted pig or some sort of animal being roasted, and I don't want to see it. I don't care about volcanoes. I'm not a beach goer, y'all. I know it's shocking. I love a good beach to look at. It's beautiful. I love the smell, the waves, the sound, but actually getting in the sand in the water, it's not my thing. Leave me on the chair. I'll be in the one sipping a pina colada, vegan if they have it. Y'all see y'all? I see you splashing. Hey, not me. So I don't want you to think like I was disappointed to not go to Hawaii. I was disappointed not to be with my best friends, especially Ashley, because it was her birthday, you know? So, where was I? I segued. So after about 15 minutes of really thinking it through, I was like, it's not worth it because there is a chance I will have to quarantine for 24 hours. And I just couldn't, I can't do it. I can't, as much as I love Ashley, I could not do 24 hours of quarantine. So I went back up to the help desk and I said, I'm gonna just go home. There's nothing, there's no, what am I gonna go to Honolulu for? And I told them the situation, they were like, I get that. So unfortunately, Delta charged me again to go home. After I already just spent $800 something, they charged me another $180 something to get back home to Atlanta the next day. Now I knew somebody in LA, thank God, so I had somewhere to sleep. But it was the next day, flight back to Atlanta. So spent the day at LA. Went and got something to eat after I left the airport, and it took me a while to leave the airport, y'all, because I was just so sad. Like, I was defeated, okay? Even though I was very happy to be going home, I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with my decision. I was defeated. Like, I again sat there. I just sat there like, this really just happened. That I'm in California, I'm still across the country, and I'm about to go back home. So I was like, well, let me make the most of it. Went to go eat with my friend who I knew in LA, who stayed in LA. Went to my other friend's house who I was gonna stay with. And then next morning, got up, got some more vegan breakfast. That was expensive, okay? And then came back home. I am currently, let me make sure I didn't miss a call. I'm currently on hold with Delta. I've already been texting who I thought was customer service. I don't know who I was texting, but it was the official Delta line. Let me make sure they didn't erase anything. Yeah. So I'll put my little pillow. I'll put a screen recording on the screen right here of what I've been telling Delta. In fact, I'm about to screen record it right now for y'all, so y'all are watching it. But it's their official Delta Airlines. First, I was talking to a robot, and then I asked to talk to a real person because I'm like, no. And this was today at the time of the recording. I just did this morning. For some reason, my dumb butt thought like, oh, airport customer service don't work on the weekend like normal people. The airport don't close, so girl. So talking to a fake person for a while, and then I was texting a real person, which I think is pretty cool technology that you can do that, but nothing got resolved. So he referred me to customer service. And that is who I am waiting on a callback. You know, some of the places are like, oh, if you want to be on hold, we'll call you back at your number. Instead of waiting on hold for 2 hours, we'll just call you back in 2 hours. So that's what I'm waiting on right now, to see if there's any kind of resolution that can come of this. Because right now, Delta's throwing me a big middle finger. And I'm like, this is a new, literally, okay. I take blame. Delta Airlines, yes, I could have done better on my part. But there's a whole Panera Bread going on right now, and it's still new to people. As in, the virus is no longer new, but this is a new normal. So you can't tell me, duh, you should have known exactly that Hawaii was only gonna take those on the list. Duh, you should have known a 24-hour test could either come back in 12 hours or 48 hours. You should have known. Like, there is no you should have known. This is a new normal. So therefore, this mistake that I did should be forgiven. It's new. I don't know. And your LAX test was not plain and simple as to how I was supposed to get a COVID test in order to go on the flight to Honolulu. Like, and I know for a fact it's a new thing because it's a YouTube videos with I got quarantined in Hawaii. There's plenty. And you know what? I'm probably gonna blank out. I'm not sure, y'all. I'm probably gonna blank out the word. Okay, because I just remembered that YouTube does not like that. It's a very sensitive subject. I don't have a big enough subscriber count to where I think they would care, but just in case. And Delta, you better be glad I don't have 100K subscribers, because baby, this is your tape. I'm really hoping they call back while I'm talking to y'all, because y'all, I'm editing a video y'all watching right now, and Delta called back. I was on hold at 4:30 p.m. They called back at 10:30 p.m. and then hung up. It was a robot saying, your callback has been canceled. First of all, how y'all call me back at 10:30 p.m.? I should have been asleep. Second of all, who canceled it? How you gonna call me and cancel? Anyway, also as of today, LAX has changed their quarantine requirements, y'all. So check out the website. And last but not least, I did get my bags back today. Let me show y'all. My bag is back from Honolulu. It's been inspected, whatever that means. Can y'all see that? I don't know. I haven't opened it yet because I'm scared, but somebody inspected it. I don't know. Anyway, back to the video. I'm almost finished. Oh, I'm so mad. So that's how I spent $1,000 to go to LAX and come right back home. Okay? That's that story, y'all. When they call me back, I'm gonna try to hurry up and pick up the camera so that you guys can hear the audio. because I'm upset. Okay, like, ooh, child. So in conclusion, y'all, that's what you need to know before Hawaii. Go to, I don't even know the official site off top. I'll put it right here on the screen. Go to this website if you do plan on going to Hawaii, which I will never go to Hawaii. I don't give no concerns, okay, about touching Hawaii ever, okay, ever. Now, is this their fault? No, but I'm just saying the word Hawaii has a bad taste. Honolulu, all that has a bad taste in my mouth. So I just don't want to go. Nothing against you and your little strict code. No, I'm not even mad about requiring a negative test, even though I think, never mind. I'm not even mad about them requiring a negative test. I get it. That's probably, they probably got the lowest numbers. Just the procedure of it all is just, whew. So yeah, won't be going, okay? Checked it off my non-existent bucket list because it wasn't on there in the first place. And yeah, hopefully it's gonna be better times in the future. So right now, we're waiting on Delta to call back and see what they can do. And y'all just stay safe. Happy travels. Oh yes, and finally my CVS test did come back in 48 hours, okay? I got the result. I took it on Friday morning, y'all. I didn't get it back until Sunday morning, yesterday. So I did the right decision in that manner. Now, do I know when I would have got the LAX one back? I don't. They did send me a text saying results were ready the next morning. So it's possible had I went ahead and got the LAX test that it would have been back on Saturday morning, but it just said incomplete. So I don't know if that means the test would have been back or it came back so fast because I never took it. So I'm waiting on that refund as well. But yeah, my negative test came back yesterday, but I'm already in Atlanta. So, all right, y'all. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I'll see you next time. Peace.